It's not how well and how fast you start that is important. It's how well you finish. This is Barry Phillips, a 10-minute tour, day 4 of Yaakov. And today we go to chapter 36 of Shemot, or Exodus. Verse 1 says, And Bezalel and Oholiab, and every wise-hearted man in whom Yahweh had given wisdom and understanding to know how to do all the work for the service of the set-apart place, shall do according to all that Yahweh has commanded. And Moshe called Bezalel and Oholiab, and every wise-hearted man in whose heart Yahweh had given wisdom, and everyone whose heart lifted him up, to come and do the work. One would think that it would be Moshe, the supreme leader of Israel, the highest quality of anointing in the camp, would be called upon to do this particular work. But it's the Ark of the Covenant in particular. It is the most powerful object on the face of the earth. And the one who made the Ark, who made the menorah, the table of showbread, the altar of incense, who made the incense, who fashioned the anointing oil. All of this was made by Bezalel, assisted by Oholiab. He made the Ark of the Covenant in particular, which was, again, it was the most powerful object on the face of the earth, that after it was made and completed, he himself could not touch it or even look at it. The anointing, the incredible wisdom, the craftsmanship that had been entrusted to this man, our minds, we fail to comprehend the skill set that he must have had. So there is a fact that we must keep in mind concerning him. And that is, if we go back to Shemot chapter 30 and verse 14, we talk about the census that was taken then, and that it was from every man 20 years old and above. It is this same group of people, 20 years old and above, from that point, that failed to receive a good report of the land, and because they did not believe Yah to give them the land, they didn't go in. Now, it's a big if here. Bezalel could have been a 12-year-old kid. He could have been a 17-year-old teenager. We're not told how old he is, at least at this point. If, again, a big if he was 20 years old or above, then he would have been used in all of his intricate skills and craftsmanship to make all of these set-apart objects, which without the tabernacle doesn't function. He could have been used that powerfully and that mightily and not gone into the land, but died in the wilderness. And Barry, that's encouraging. I know you're just feeling strong and mighty right now, but it serves as a warning to us that we can have anointings, that we can do all sorts of manner of good and reputable things for the Most High, whether in the congregation or in the public arena or just in our homes, quoting verses, preaching sermons, singing songs, giving, doing, creating, administrating, all wonderful qualities and crafts and abilities. Our reputation can be high and lofty and untarnished. But if we fail to connect all of these things with the eventual entrance of our lives into the land of the kingdom, we're missing the point. Um, One might argue, well, the land of Israel is today experiencing borders that are administrated and ruled over by a secular government. I will grant you that it is. It's a secular government. But I'm not saying that we have to do all that is necessary to make Aliyah right now and go and live in the land of Israel under the current state of things. What I am saying to you is that the land of Israel, which exceeds modern day state of Israel borders, the land of Israel is still at the forefront of Yah's mind. The expanded borders that were given to Avram in chapter 15 of Genesis or Bereshit, from the river of Mitzrayim, we understand the Nile, to the Euphrates. That is the land that Yah has promised to his people. Today, that is occupied by various other sovereign nations. How that transition will take place, how all those nations will become Israel, I don't know. That's beyond my pay grade. But I do know this, that we must remain focused on the fact that the kingdom of Yeshua is coming to this earth, and that the word in Revelation, before the anti-Messiah has ever been revealed to us in the book of Revelation, it is decreed and declared that the kingdoms of this world have become the kingdoms of our Messiah. All of those other usurping nations of the land that Yah has decreed for Israel, they're already Yeshua's. It's a done deal. Where our trap is that we can become near focused, dealing with the immediacy of the temporary, and become so confined to what's going on right in front of us, how our particular nations are being administrated and who's in charge and what's being done, and spend all of our time and energy and focus on those things, and spending all of our time, energy, and focus on what our hands are doing, our mouths are speaking, what we are engaged in as far as ministry efforts, as kingdom efforts might be included. These are things that we have to be mindful of, and we do have to pay some attention to them, but we should never fail to take our labor that we're seeking to be faithful in and our belief for our current situation, which we're believing Yah to redeem to the utmost. We should never fail to mix that level of belief with his word that also says, pray this, your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. The goal of all of our doing and being for Yeshua, our Messiah, is not for just a lofty crown to sit on our own head, but it is to gain entrance into his kingdom and then be used instrumentally as he would deem appropriate, however he wants us to be used in that place. Therefore, it is my belief we should learn to love the land and the people of the land as it currently sits, knowing that it is in fact holding the land and its preciousness. It's holding it for us in trust, is the way I'm trying to say this. They're holding it in trust for us and for those who will be included in that day. So if Bezalel was above 20 years old, he did all that he did and is buried in the sands. I don't want that to be my conclusion, nor yours. Let's do what we're called to do it with all of our heart, but never lose sight of the kingdom. And I hope to see you again tomorrow. Until then, shalom.